So, Knuckles like Super Monkey Ball. Sweet. Ready to mosey down to the next car? No way, dang nabbit. You got it, partner. Onwards. This stuff is getting heavy. I'll dump when I don't need it. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You have been fabulously helpful. Already, before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet. Thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads yet? Want to join us in finding clues? I get that feeling Amy's going to be one of a lone wolf. Hedgehog. So, I just asked. Oh, the detective here needs help from the birthday girl? Oh, she knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you around. Don't worry, Sonic, I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Right, the birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! I want to go out and just say it. I think Amy is the killer. Like, yes, I know it's too early to assume anything, but she has the key everywhere. She could have easily knocked the bookshelf down while me and Tails were unconscious. It just feels like Amy is the killer. And it's easy to see why she would get mad. Birthday girl gets mad. That boy of her dreams won't go out with her. There's the motive. But let's see what the rest of the story says. Amy be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved. I'll kill for chicken parmesan right now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. I'm Vector the Butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm Espio the Poet. Poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure, Teardrops in the Springs. Can you hear me sing? La la la, dee 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 dee. I feel like Espio didn't practice. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. I'm pretty sure those were haikus. I think. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Dusk and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh sure, it's simple. We explained this to Amy, actually. Now that I get a good look at this map, how did Sonic get here? When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, and Shadow all Sonic passed through this library card, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way," at the brochure stand over there, but she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. Most importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car, again locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles had locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. Here's the question, how did Sonic get through? With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library card or the saloon card. Thank you for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around and we'll return any questions. We'll return with any questions. If we return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serrated with the poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library card reading. I told task, but can we do it? Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. A child hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below says, "Hang in there." Wow, I really needed to see this. This little child's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this child can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought put into that poster. Right? I mean, someone had to write the story. Something's always in the trash, hidden in the trash can. Let's check here. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I really thought there'd be something there. Dusk, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure there's something hidden in the trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret. I'm sure of it. Dusk, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. What's that supposed to be, a compliment? So many books on the ground. I wish we had the time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking these books up. Yeah, we're lazy over here. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Oh, poor thing. That worm is really struggling to clean up this card. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Oh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, cavern, hotel, restaurants. Oh! Dusk, look at this. There's a couple of maps here. This seems to be a map of the library card. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Library map is take it. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalagmites. Nah, leave it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. I want to go into a cave. Let's see real quick. Oh, I figured it would tell me what I wanted to know. A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spangonia, if you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at university and say hi to Professor Pickle. Oh, he's canon? He'll tell you everything about the area and make one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Cucumber sandwich, exactly. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? Dr. Vector? Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried bringing a knife on the station? I'm a man of authenticity. I can't say that word. Authenticity. Tails, without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Okay. Oh, yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why should you show me the menu? Come on, Dust. Why would you tease him like that? And here I thought I could trust you. You made him. Look, Dust, you... Come on, Dust, move this over. No. I'm the fool. Yeah. I'll smooth things over, but at what cost? space? I made it up to space with my beloved antique vase, but a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace. So my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply, it's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? That looks like... What's this bright ribbon? Oh yeah, this reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book? What kind of recipe? Who cares? I won't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Hey, Eggman's gotta get the money from somewhere. I guess we start interrogation? I don't think we have enough. Oh, I didn't mean to click that again. Whoa, I wish I could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me, no time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little bit wouldn't hurt. He scavenged through all the book titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order but this one. It's a user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it's interesting. Let's make a note of this. Chaos Cola, Gone Gal. Well, speaking of Professor Pickle, let's check out the Easter egg. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on the way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's log is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Fancy a poem? Start interrogation. So, the two of you don't believe us, huh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of... I'm having a hard time saying words tonight. Of your alibis. Thus, can I hear to confirm two things? Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio was really reading in the library card. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library card to visit Knuckles? You were prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's as easy, I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. That seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then what brings our attention to you, Espio? That brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library card, found something, and then left. You said you immediately started reading, but you were actually reading the entire... But were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library card? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? Well, judging by the Sonic fan art community, who knows? You could fall into that group. Well, Tails has a hunch what the book could be. Dust, could you help me out? Alright, Dust, what book do we think Espio may have been reading? A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Got it. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order, all except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked up the manual and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. He's not wrong. In the case, we like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Dusk, if you don't mind. I guess we don't mind. Can you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask why. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? 14. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms during the events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterward. I remember the conductor saying the train car can clean itself. I am having a hard time talking. Though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. Let it be known, all our jobs will be placed by robots one day. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought on the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question, thus hit him with another one. 231. What is the Mirage Express cancellation policy? No free refunds and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65. Geez, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Dusk. Let's see if Espio can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which page should I pick last? 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising, and he's a ninja. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if it's true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem. Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Rouge. Dusk? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Dusk, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who saw Espio reading. But what? I want to say Rouge, but Shadow came back after Vector was playing, so I feel like Shadow's locked. Please pray tell what this has to do with anything. We're up. Dusk, let's get our argument together. They're getting sneaky. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car where he sat the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Are they? Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioning nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Shadow came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at that point. Surprise Pikachu face. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library card when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me that the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library card at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Dusk. One that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was just so involved with my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library card. Honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must have avenged my friend's death, so I'll ask again, Espio, if you weren't there for Shadow to see your reading. Okay, I'm sorry about the weird cut right here. My brother walked in. Doesn't know how to knock. I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow manage to not notice Shadow's return into the library card? What should I do? Okay, obviously someone's up here. Espio was technically only one who doesn't have an alibi. Vector was gaming with Knuckles. Rouge came in, but she left back to the casino. I feel like Espio's up hiding something. Dusk, my favorite and beloved employee, please protect the passengers. If you fail, the lawsuits will be torturous. Don't allow such an old feeble soul to get sued. We can't afford it. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? I think I got it right here. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Did it. Sorry, had the drink. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from our water, on a straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen another. Looks like you'll have to point exactly where on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? It's interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my books. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you could have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like you were grasping despite me telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no other further points. Thank you for answering all our questions. We did it. Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next cart is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through it earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give them heck, and if you guys need any meat chopped up, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for the both of you. Our murder is on the loose. While doors keep getting locked, tick-tock, tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Dust, let's see what's next. Coming. And I think that's the end of this video, session for me. Next time on The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, we will interrogate... Who's next? Blaze and Rouge. See you guys later.